What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one, the only Ash said it. AshSaidIt.com, AshSaidIt.com. Welcome to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. I appreciate you guys for all of your love and support. Over 1,400 episodes and 500,000 streams worldwide. None of this would be possible without you guys, so I thank you so much. All the shares and the cares makes a huge, huge difference. And because you guys love on me so very much, and yes, we're still dealing with a bit of a quarantine life, darling, doesn't mean you still can't be luxurious in your home. All right? So I've got today Tanya from Silken Pure. Hey, Tanya.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty awesome. So, Tanya, what part of the country are you holding down right now?
I am in Florida.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, Florida's getting, well, hopefully you guys don't get hit too bad. I know that there's supposed to be some storms and stuff coming through, so definitely hoping, for some safety for you and your team and everybody.
Oh, thank you. We're pretty lucky, typically, because we're kind of by the Daytona Beach area, and knock on wood, typically those hurricanes kind of veer away, so I think we'll be okay.
Gotcha. All right, so Tanya, let's talk about how Silken Pure came about.
Well, Silken Pure hailed from my love of teaching self-care. I am an occupational therapist, been a therapist for 27 years now, and I've always tried to teach the benefits of the mind and body balance and taking care of yourself. And what I've found over the years is that once you stop taking care of yourself, kind of other areas in your life kind of fall apart and you just lose some balance. But people don't have time for self-care sometimes. And I'm also a mother of 3 children and have a husband who also has his own issues with self-care. And we started having, I started looking around the house as far as issues that we're having at nighttime. And with sleep, skin, hair, and just general, comfort and sleeping through the night. And my husband has sensitive skin, so he works in Chicago. And he said every time he goes to Chicago, his skin is on fire, after sleeping on it. My daughter has acne. My other son, he has difficulty sleeping. And so we started kind of looking at, okay, what are we doing here at night? We started looking, what are we sleeping on? We spend a third of our life sleeping, right? So, and what I found is we're all sleeping on cotton, which is super absorbent. It's 20 times more absorbent than silk. So what it does is it holds all that bacteria and it kind of gets itchy and stuff. And then the second thing is I was sleeping on satin, which come to find out is completely synthetic and full of petrochemicals, so I would get hot and stuffy. And so it just kind of started let me just try this. I started looking at this Mulberry Silk and didn't even really talk to the kids much of my family. I just kind of replaced the product and they were all like, what is this? And so then I took it a step further and did some more research and I have a friend who's a chemist and I said, can you just break this down for me? What is Mulberry Silk and why is this working? And because I want to know, I'm kind of a science geek and so she broke it down for me and she said, it's 18 amino acids inside a pure protein fiber. This Mulberry Silk, who knew, right? Yeah. And so it has all these beautiful health and beauty benefits. So from there, I just took off running and I wrote a creative brief to Macy's and I said, look, I got this product, whatever. And within a couple of weeks, they had me on the shelves in New York City at Herald Square. And so it just kind of, it's been a short time, but it's been a very powerful time. It's just been taken off. So.
Wow, that is phenomenal. And just to know the science behind it, because now that I'm thinking about it, I think I've had satin sheets before, and they're just very, you wake up, you're sweaty, it's uncomfortable. So I didn't, and honestly, this is an education for me as well. I didn't realize that there was a difference between satin and silk, and that it was so vast. Wow.
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge. It's everything. It's like I said, the makeup of the product, and then not only that, but we, because I just like to be holistic and I watch what we put in our environment. We found a manufacturer that has the highest textile ratings, which it never really meant anything to me before, but now it does, because they use completely non-toxic dyes, and everything is at the highest level. So that's why it has these benefits of being hypoallergenic, a natural temperature regulator, all these, it holds moisture on your face. So yeah, it was surprising to us too. Here, all these years, I'm like, who knew?
I know. It's crazy. So, all right. So after you came up with the idea and you're like, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to move forward. What were some of those early challenges that you faced?
How to start, really. That's just it. How to start. How do you go from a warm environment where it's my friends and family, that are like, oh, of course they're going to love it, to all of a sudden, kind of putting yourself out there for the world. So that was a challenge, I really, even writing that creative brief, I've never done anything of that in my life. I'm an occupational therapist. I'm not in retail. I'm not in, so those kind of just getting out of the way of being fearful of something new. And again, I have a great support system. My husband's like, you're doing it. And he, so those are the challenges, just starting and knowing where to start. And then even from there, it's just a lot of work, a lot of research. I wanted to make sure my product was the best. And so just, I tried a whole bunch of different manufacturers, and I just wasn't satisfied with the first ones. And so just making sure you kind of stay true to your vision. That was my thing, is like, I want to create a very high quality product that you can't find anywhere else.
Yes. Wow. And so how long has the company actually been around?
So we are celebrating our 1 year anniversary.
Oh, wow.
This month. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Woo-hoo. I know. It's very exciting. It's in such a short time. So much has happened. We are now at 30 retail stores nationwide, and it's growing. We're at shops and boutiques and spas, and it's really exciting. It's really exciting, but new, awesome. Still new.
Yeah, but that's definitely, you guys are definitely on track to something great. So kudos to you, and kudos to your team. That's awesome.
Thank you.
So, what would you say has been your proudest moment?
Well, I think my proudest moment is a couple of things. It's that this business is not just about me; it's about my family, and honestly, from beginning to end, it's about my children. I have 2 daughters that are 20 and 18, and it makes me feel good to see them looking at me and saying, "You go, Mom," like, go women, go. And it's just been that's been kind of my proudest moment, is when I even overhear them talking about Silken Pure. I'm like, oh, it just makes me feel good that I'm trying to lead by example of, like, you can do anything. Like, I love being an occupational therapist, but there's something about this has just been so,
fulfilling.
So yeah, it really has. And the second thing that has made me proud with it is when we decided to start this company, we said, you know what? How do we want to give back? Because if we're going to start something and we have the control to give back with and use our platforms for success, what are we going to do? And so we decided that we all agreed that youth and mental health is a big issue for us. So we just are really passionate about nonprofits that work with kids from age 3 to work on emotional tools and how to middle school and anti-bullying to young adults and mental illness. And so what we've done is we've just used kind of our company as a way to share and give back. So we have many campaigns which we give back 10 to sometimes 50% of our profits. So that's been a proud moment too. Just, I don't know if proud is the right word, but it's just, it's very fulfilling.
Yes, no, I think that's definitely something to be proud of. I mean, to create a company that, has not only, like you said, enhanced your life and your family's life, but it's also reaching back out into the community and, giving people support. That's really, really huge.
Yeah. There's such a, I think it's because, again, I'm a mom and as well, it's, you see that there's so many stigmas out there with mental health and even just talking about it. And so that's been really, really amazing. kind of part of our company.
Definitely. So last but certainly not least, Tanya, what is next for Silken Pure?
Well, next is the fun part that I love is designing and figure. So we take like regular everyday items and we use mulberry silk. And so we started off with the pillowcases, the sleep masks, the now face masks, because people are suffering so much with those other face masks. And so now, and I did robes, but the ropes were shorter above the knee. And so it sounds silly, but I'm so excited. The next thing coming is our full-length robe that you can just wrap yourself in. Yes, exactly. So I'm already kind of looking ahead to that. Yeah. And then another thing we have coming up is big too, is we are going to be involved with Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I'm designing a fabric just for that is pink with it, just to inspire and to give back as well. So.
Awesome. Well, kudos to you and your team, Tanya. You guys are making amazing leeway with your brand and just helping and your outreach. Your outreach is amazing. So continue doing that. And we definitely appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for joining us today, Tanya. Let everyone know the best way to get in contact with you guys and, of course, to check out your social media.
Yeah. Well, our website is silkenpure.com. It's SILKEN pure.com. And then our Instagram is also Silken Pure, Facebook Silken Pure. So those are the best ways. Instagram I'm probably the most active on, but we're trying to get more involved with other areas as well. So.
All right. Sounds good. Well, Tanya, much more success to you and your team 2020 and beyond. You know, you definitely have our support. I definitely want you back to talk about some new stuff, because I know you guys are going to have some great things going into 2021.
Absolutely. Well, I really appreciate you reaching out too. It's really fun to talk to somebody who's rooting for people to grow, and that's you've got a great job. I appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you so much. And I thank each and every one of you guys for all of your love and support. Keeping in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face, you tell them, don't believe me. Just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for, the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys.